Hi guys, how are you doing today? This is D Durrell with D Durrell Life Solutions. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today I'm going to try this again. I'm going to do another question, focusing on kind of a question of the day to the therapist, related, to some type of mental health topic. And so, in evaluating some of the different questions that I've seen, one question that came about is people are asking therapists, what does addiction feel like? In answering this question, I'm going to speak from the perspective of a clinician who has never went through recovery or addiction before. I'm going to speak from the position of data that I have collected in my experience interacting with people who have been addicted to various types of drugs, various types of sexual behavior, gambling, etc. Okay? And I'm going to speak in regards to a variety of features, a variety of behaviors that seem to be consistent in a person's struggle with addiction, trying to overcome that addiction, and how it affects that person and those in that environment. So when one looks at addiction, it's pretty much defined as I would say a destructive behavior or a negative behavior that constitutes a person's inability to discontinue that behavior at will. So in our essence, they're unable to stop this behavior, and it causes a negative effect in their functioning. Even if they attempt to try to stop doing it, they have difficulty doing it. And when you're addicted to something, you will do it in an impulsive manner that can cause problems in relationships, job-related issues, education, all functioning or domains of one's life. That's what addiction is. So what it feels like, and when I hear clients talk about when they're addicted, what it feels like, some of the things that I've heard is that they don't have control. The number one thing is a lack of control. A lack of control of oneself, a lack of being able to avoid that behavior, a lack of trying to, or not the lack of, but easily triggered to engage in that addictive behavior. So I'm going to use the term addictive behaviors because I just don't want to focus on substance abuse related or drug related. I just want to talk about any addictive type behavior. Social media can be addictive. Smoking cigarettes, that's kind of a drug itself. Gambling, people engage in all types of lewd acts and they're addicted to doing that. Child pornography, all of those types of things have some level of addictive behavior connotations towards it. So it's the inability to avoid those behaviors or stop those behaviors at will. And in the even of doing that, you're easily triggered and you think in a manner that clearly focuses on that behavior and not the outcomes, the negative outcomes that negative outcomes that are a result of that behavior. So you're being impulsive, you're constantly doing it, you're trying to seek a psychological gain that does not exist. The behavior itself, the addictive behavior presents a short-term psychological or emotional release, but it's only temporarily. And you constantly engage in that behavior, thinking that you will reach a different, I would say a different level of comfortability, which never happens. You're chasing something with that. A lot of times someone who is addicted talk about the fact that they feel exhausted with the fact of these behaviors. They can be somewhat apathetic towards other things outside of reaching or achieving that behavior that's addictive. There can be a sense of emptiness. Okay, that could be a sense of no one understands me. I'm not the problem, everybody else is, type of thing. It could be a me against the world type attitude. And unfortunately, a lack of understanding other people's perspective about what you're doing. The inability to listen, understand, process. There's a certain level of maturity that is hindered, and personal growth that is hindered when you engage in addictive behaviors, because you're solely focused on that behavior and everything that involves that, and all things that are outside of that in your basic environment are secondary. Okay, so I'm just giving you just a brief summary of that based on my experience providing therapy for people who've addicted, again, to different sexual behaviors, addicted to substance abuse issues, having substance abuse related issues, gambling related issues, things of that sort. So please let me know what you think. Leave comments in the comment section. Thank you all for participating and watching my video. Have a great day.